These signals are everywhere. Let's see what is hidden right there. What? What is... what the heck?
He has creepy skin like Frog. He has this big eye cover on his eyes. We asked several questions from him, but all he says is this.
So what are you doing here now? I'm sure. That's another treasure hoard. How?
After all these, he is in the investigation room, but then he just disappeared.
Decades worth of UFO sightings have suddenly started to pay off, with aliens now being discovered on the ground. Here are some of the aliens that were discovered, and what happened afterward shocked the world. The extraterrestrial beings have surely gotten so confident that they now roam the Earth on foot. In the countryside of Peru, a lone alien as tall as 7 feet was seen several times passing through a dense tree-line area. No UFO or any alien crafts were seen anywhere around the area, which leaves a number of speculations as to the purpose of it visiting the place, and it must have been scouting the area before deciding on anything. After all, it seems to have gone to great lengths to avoid getting compromised. Mutated beast. The only explanation for something like this would be that it's an alien, even though it looks nothing like one. Staff at a morgue in San Diego were left shocked when this carcass was brought to them after its discovery. The dead creature looked nothing like an alien, where its body had both the legs and the tail joined together with body tissue, aside from it being extremely lengthy and in a way that's hard to put in words. Though the exact details with regards to its nature are not known, the only way it could be described was that this was a mutated beast. Deformed alien. In a remote camping spot in Old Station, California, a couple was startled awake by thunderous noises akin to amplified snoring. Investigating outside, they beheld a peculiar figure perched atop of rubble stones, resembling an alien, but with subtle differences in shape. Upon sharing the footage online, speculation ran wild, with many convinced it was a deformed extraterrestrial. Its obliviousness to human presence fueled theories of it being an anomalous being. Uploaded in March 2022, the video stirred intense debate, yet this unknown figure has remained elusive ever since. Injured alien examined. Though the extra-dimensional beings may have a body composition similar to that of humans, they're still harder to understand or treat. A clip taken in 1996 showed an alien that was unconscious due to a severe injury on the back of its head and was wrapped in a survival foil blanket to maintain its body temperature. The physician initially thought that it had expired, until later he found a weak pulse and also found an open wound at the back of its head where it was bleeding from. The footage was uploaded online in March 2011. Hidden remains. The extraterrestrial beings may not be as evil as humans, which is why so many of them are being found. An iPhone recording from November 29, 2016 showed remains of an alien that expired after suffering several injuries. The source who shared added that the footage was smuggled out of the secret Groom Lake base, or from Area 51, claiming that the government didn't even seem to care about hiding, and was awfully casual about where they were leaving alien bodies. The deceased extraterrestrial being was missing one of its legs, with numerous stab and puncture wounds on its torso, having bled out within minutes. Classified questioning leaked. Leaked footage up to this point has all been about showing the presence and captivity of aliens, but this one here is completely different. The leaks provided by Edward Snowden included this clip showing a brief questioning of an alien with no whereabouts shown.
Sort of human. Okay, so you evolved from us.
Questions about numerous subjects were raised, which it had an interesting take of its kind.
So what are you doing here now? That's what my treasures for. How?
Interrupted or disturbed? From its drowsy gaze to its languid body language, the alien appeared to have been abruptly roused from slumber. In a clip from September 2022, a scantily clad extraterrestrial emerges from the bushes, scanning its surroundings, seemingly in search of the disturbance that had disrupted its rest. Typically, these beings utilize the cover of bushes or the shroud of night to conceal themselves, even when under the watchful eye of night vision cameras. However, this peculiar encounter defied convention, with one of them displaying a blatant disregard for concealment. Unsolicited guard duty. 2 security guards in Brazil, who after getting the responsibility of safeguarding an alien, decided to have an interrogation session of their own. In doing so, one of them even decided to record it on his personal device. They tried to initiate an interrogation with the alien that was tied down in a dark room, but could not understand what it was mumbling about. It wasn't until the footage was later leaked that the guards were arrested and the alien was shifted to another location. Decaying carcass. It's either something that has to do with the climate, or the life on this planet doesn't appreciate the existence of aliens. A decaying carcass of an alien was found in an undisclosed location in Brazil's Amazon rainforest. According to the source who passed through the area, the carcass was hardened and was in decay for several weeks. With him being in the wild, he didn't examine the cause of its death, but it's believed to be caused either by the diverse wildlife of the forest, or that it had been shot by a hunter. Perhaps this is the very reason why aliens have been hesitant to visit the planet for decades. Under interrogation checkup.
So they have lights, they're checking his mouth.
Of all the aliens that have landed, most of them look to have been captured and put under interrogation like this one. This alien was put into a room for questioning, but it suddenly suffered a stroke or an emergency medical condition that physicians had to be called in for treatment. The footage soon after gets immediately cut off, with no further details shared as to what happened. Some believe that the alien was only playing dead as a part of its escape attempt. Followed in forest.
Oh, whoa. Standing right there.
Coming across something like this could make someone want to run for home. In Australia, a man spotted what looked like an extraterrestrial in his backyard. As he got closer and tried to talk to it, the creature remained still. But when the man asked questions, it just walked away and disappeared, leaving no sign it was ever there. The man was left wondering about the encounter and what the alien-like creature might have been up to. X-rayed alien.
Estos especímenes no se pueden explicar o observar.
In a groundbreaking development, a Mexican UFO expert conducted X-ray examinations on purported non-human beings discovered in September 2023. The examinations included computerized tomography, simple X-ray, and fluoroscopy studies, all aimed at discerning the skeletal structure of the beings. Remarkably, these analyses revealed that the skeleton belonged to a singular entity, intact and unaltered. This finding lends credence to the authenticity of the beings and underscores the significance of further investigation into extraterrestrial body structure. The meticulous scientific approach employed in this study opens new avenues for understanding and confirming for sure the existence of otherworldly life forms.
La comunidad científica que lo desee se acerca a conocer estos cuerpos.
Ancient alien mummies. Seems like aliens have been visiting the Earth even in ancient history, so much so their mummies are now being found. The latest discovery emerges from close proximity to the Nazca Caves, mummified bodies believed to have been preserved for millennia. Following the Mexican government's confirmation of alien existence, supported by presentation of preserved bodies as evidence, ongoing testing has ensued. Notably, it shares the tridactyl characteristics with other specimens, hinting at a broader presence. The reason for why they were intentionally buried remains speculative. Perhaps it was a gesture of respect, or merely a twist of fate. Researchers entertain the notion that these aliens may have visited Earth in ancient times, potentially outliving their welcome in a world now dominated by humans.
Y toda la articulación es coherente, es auténtica.
Abduction survivor. Of all the human and alien encounters ever recorded in history, this has to be the closest one. Calvin Parker of Pascagoula claimed to have been abducted by aliens when he was 19 years old. During that time, he was out fishing when a spacecraft appeared overhead, and he was taken on board within minutes.
And it was three bulky-looking creatures, just commies, like a common agent.
Ever since then, every UFO sighting has piqued his interest, since he has been desperately seeking answers to the meaning of his abduction. Beach swimming cryptid. The eerie sight of a cryptid swimming near the beach in a video from January 2015 would unsettle anyone. Initially, it might seem like a floating object, but the recorder noted that the creature repeatedly dipped beneath the water whenever the camera flashed or made a noise. Seeking answers, the recorder captured the footage, but no one has been able to provide an explanation to date. Such mysterious encounters ignite curiosity and speculation. Despite efforts to decipher the footage, the identity of the cryptid remains elusive, leaving observers to ponder the enigmatic presence lurking beneath the waves near their hometown. Abandoned city walker. Exploring an abandoned city can seem like a silly fear, until experiences like these prove otherwise. A group of young adventurers ventured into a small, deserted town near Chernobyl. While recording their exploration, they captured a moment where an alien-like figure suddenly appeared and swiftly climbed a nearby wall before vanishing. The sight shocked the explorers, instilling fear as they realized they were in the presence of something unearthly. Shortly after the encounter, the group decided to end their adventure and retreat. Miami downtown alien.
It involves talk of alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace.
In early 2024, wild rumors swept through Miami, with social media abuzz about shadowy aliens spotted at Bayside Marketplace. A video surfaced on New Year's Day showing a large police presence at Bayside Marina amid claims of locals encountering towering 10-foot shadowy beings. The footage sparked speculation about extraterrestrial life, with conspiracy theorists linking the shadows to aliens. Yet, skeptics argue that the chaos stemmed from rowdy youths causing confusion with fireworks. Authorities quickly dismissed the alien claims, stating that the police were dealing with unruly teenagers, not extraterrestrial visitors. Despite official explanations, some remain convinced of a hidden truth, fueling beliefs in secretive alien encounters. UFO that landed. After decades worth of UFO sightings, we finally get to see one landed along with the inhabitants within. A ufologist who, after spotting a descending saucer, followed it, which led him to this. The craft landed in the off-road trail, and one of its occupants, presumably the operator, got out, looking around everywhere before focusing on his craft. It wasn't just some minor setback with the craft that it landed to check, but also the sheer curiosity of what it may find or feel after stepping on the surface of the planet. The source added that shortly after the clip ended, the alien got back in and flew away. Alien or ancient carcass. Who or whatever this was, it's impressive to see how well the carcass is preserved. A coffin that was found under cave rubble had a carcass which some believe to be an alien, while others think it was just an ancient mummy. The fact that it was mummified shows that it's older than a millennia. Aside from its missing sense organs, most of its body texture was completely intact, almost as if it had expired just a couple of weeks ago. Remains upheld. That's right, this unearthly being suffered a brutal end, just as it seems. Footage from November 2017 shows the remains of an alien that is believed to have been electrocuted to its end in Santiago, Chile. The locals who found it lying on live electric current wires used rubber gloves and several fishing cords to hold its body to videotape and share their find with the world. Despite having superior technology, this alien wasn't able to withstand or survive the electric current. Unearthly primate. Although the closest resemblance that this carcass has is to that of a primate, it looks nothing like this world. A skinny, dried and twisted carcass of an alien primate was found lying in a park in Ontario, Canada. It was measured to be a dozen feet tall, with its arms spanning to several feet. From its upper jaw and teeth that had been disfigured all the way, to its lower body that was twisted. While it was largely believed to have been done by some human perpetrator, the chances of it being done by another alien could be the cause here. Another alien carcass. By now, it's safe to say that there's open season on hunting aliens, unofficially at least. Back in October 2011, a baby alien carcass was found in the backyard of a dog owner in Brazil. The discovery was made when the owner had had enough of the dog that kept on barking. In a matter of time, the carcass was then found, which seemed to have succumbed to severe third-degree burns. Whether this was the doing of humans or an alien itself remains unclear. Appearance by farmhouse. The purpose of these aliens waiting outside the farmhouse is unclear, but their body language depicts a need for a huge favor. A Texas farmer was woken up in the middle of the night by the appearance of aliens on his ranch. The figures calmly stood by the fence, waiting for the owner. Though their intentions were not known, clearly they seemed to be peaceful. He then got out to investigate with a flashlight, but that's where the footage gets cut off. The owner believes that the aliens were there, hoping to get some of his livestock animals for themselves. Watching over deceased. Either this alien committed homicide of one of its own kind, or was the one who found it dead already. A skinny yet very tall alien was seen standing next to one that was much smaller in comparison and was busy staring at it. A low-hovering UFO can also be seen nearby, which makes it a more likely possibility that these aliens were looking for the small one until they finally found its carcass on the ground. The clip cuts off at the moment of indecision, where if the carcass was taken by the alien would prove the initial thought, or else this was indeed a possible case of homicide. Malnourished alien detained. A short clip began circulating around Facebook in August 2020, where a very weak and starving figure can be seen helplessly laying on the ground while being tied. Its face and almost complete body looked very much like that of a human that started creating doubt on the internet whether it was actually an alien. Not much is known, since the footage was never traced back to its original source. Shadowy cryptid. A cryptid is considered to be a mystery of folklore, which also very well could be a form of alien species. A strange and tiny creature was caught on camera in Russia's forests, only adding to the mystery of these poorly explored areas. It seemed to be peeking from behind a tree and had a dark bodily complexion. People talked about its possibility of being gnomes, yetis, or even aliens living there. The idea of exploring unknown places and discovering new things captures our imagination. It's exciting to think there might be secrets waiting to be uncovered in the depths of the forest. Extraterrestrial fossil. Usually, it's the dinosaur or prehistoric animal whose remains are typically found in a fossilized condition. In January 2016, a team of archaeologists were excavating a site in the Peruvian desert when they found a lengthy hand. Since they were looking for dinosaur fossils, this was initially thought to be a limb, until a closer examination ruled this theory out. It was later examined by an alien and ufologist who gave an analysis of a possibility of it being fossilized remains of an extraterrestrial hand. The details of this age of this discovery weren't shared, but considering the condition, it certainly looks to be quite old. Pixie bones. In a remote area of Cornwall, an astonishing find stirred both awe and fear among locals. The skeletal remains of a miniature human nestled in a bird of prey's nest. Some interpreted it as a dark omen, while others saw it as a validation of ancient tales. Scientists meticulously examined the bones, seeking answers to the enigma. The legend of the Cornish pixie, once relegated to bedtime stories, now held the community in its grip. Yet despite intense scrutiny and speculation, the mystery remained unsolved. The footage, revealing a partial skeleton with missing limbs and a tiny skull, only deepened the intrigue. How such diminutive humanoid remains ended up in a falcon's nest puzzled all who encountered this baffling discovery. Subway anomaly. By seeing something like this one, you could be sure that aliens are now starting to go to extreme lengths to blend in with humanity. A New Yorker was traveling through the subway when he noticed this very unusual-looking figure that was on board. It seemed to have a resemblance very similar to that of a human, but some of the spectators initially took it to be an artificial intelligence robot. Not that they're taking jobs here, but that Redditors were convinced that this is an alien trying to change and test its physical complexion to that of humans. If the latter is true, their intentions could be anything from coexistence to a secret invasion. Fetus-sized alien.
Hold this creature in your hands, you know that you have a real mystery.
The possibility of something like this to exist is slim, but never zero. A tiny alien was recorded on camera after it made an appearance in a warehouse in Cairo, Egypt. By the time it was discovered both on camera and in person, it was long gone. The bony remains of a fetus-sized alien was later forwarded to the archaeologists for detailed examination. As to why or how this tiny alien got into the warehouse are questions that remain unanswered, but it's leaving the concern for its parent aliens to make an appearance looking for it. Surveilling cryptid. Possibilities for this one range from it being a rodent, an alien, or perhaps a creature of folklore. In the Appalachian Mountains of North America, during an overnight adventure, a tourist stumbled upon a peculiar creature lurking atop a tree in the darkness. Despite its attempts to conceal itself, its eyes betrayed its presence. Motionless and with intentions shrouded in mystery, it maintained a steady gaze on the observer. Perplexed by its behavior, the tourist labeled it an unidentifiable animal, eventually categorizing it as a cryptid. Unearthly animal. It is very possible that aliens don't just want to make their presence permanent here without having their own animals. Chinese farmers, soon after having found this animal on their property, filmed it and shared it on the internet, hoping to get some answers. It looked to have a body texture of a calf with the shade and stripes, a mouth similar to that of a goblin shark, and while most of its body looked to be sucked within itself. Unfortunately, since this unearthly animal expired quickly and was fast decaying, not much more is known about it. Another farm trespasser.
I hear something. This is so scary. See, it's moving.
A farmer from the northern United States recently shared footage of a mysterious creature captured in a cornfield. The man appeared visibly disturbed by the creature's presence. Online speculation quickly labeled the being as a real-life alien.
That's an alien. I don't know aliens can exist.
This sparks the age-old question. Are extraterrestrial beings truly visiting Earth? Reports of aliens caught on tape or camera seem to surface daily.
Oh, jeez! Jeez! Oh, he got too close that time.
But are these sightings credible? It's a topic that sparks debate and fascination. Personally, I believe in the vastness of the universe, and the possibility of other life forms isn't all that far-fetched. Traversing UFO? Seems like the replacement options for good old designs of flying saucers are being tested. This very unusually shaped unidentified flying object was seen flying near a hilly area in northern Canada. The object looked to be quite lengthy, but also slim, while a bit too loud and easily noticeable. At one point, it also seemed to be shedding waves of some kind, which the recorder believes to be an attempt of making a portable portal. Lost juvenile. This comes as no surprise, especially with most adult aliens having a tough time navigating the planet. A homeowner in Los Angeles heard numerous disturbances in and around the bushes. He picked up a night vision camera and spotted this small alien that was watching him from between the bushes. As he zoomed in to get a better look at it, the juvenile alien realized that it was spotted and immediately disappeared back into the bushes. Perhaps this little alien got separated from its kind and lost its way. Flat-faced creature. With no tall grass or the pitch darkness of the night, this lone alien cornered itself in a culvert pipe. Drain pipe workers in British Columbia were out in the field for routine maintenance when one of them noticed a really flat-faced creature that was taking refuge in the pipe. Every now and then, it would peep out looking toward him as if it were waiting on them to leave. The footage was posted on the internet, garnering not much attention, until several years later, it was shown on TV by a Spanish television station, shocking many people. Alien drone or insect? It has to be one or the other, because it looks nothing like a usual insect. A social media user shared a clip of an insect carcass that sparked debate about its nature. Its body was made with a machine-like hardware and had only 4 limbs with exactly no wings on its back. The size of this alien insect or drone was similar to that of a killer hornet, if not bigger. With such an insect never seen before, let alone its undoubtedly strange bodily mechanisms, viewers started to believe that this was an alien drone. ICU recovery. These extraterrestrial beings that now lie in the ICU were probably victims of a tragic crash, accident, or harrowing experimentation. Leaked footage amplifies the intrigue, revealing the aliens receiving advanced medical care while unconscious, possibly in the aftermath of their ordeal. Locked within containment booths, they seem shielded from both making any escape attempts and from prying eyes. This visual spectacle captivated netizens globally and ignited the fervent discussions about the aliens' origins, intentions, and the implications of their presence on Earth. Such encounters not only challenge our understanding of the universe, but also fuel the imagination. Into semi-consciousness. This one was either beaten black and blue, or just that it was far too drunk and needed some immediate help. An Instagram reel that was made by an unnamed source shows an alien that looks to be semi-conscious while laying on an elevated pedestal. However, some of the viewers stated that it could very well have been under the influence of some drugs that are keeping it partially sedated to avoid escaping, and at the same time possibly interrogating it. While there's no final verdict as to what happened here, what's clear is that it's being done against the space visitor's consent. Alien under autopsy. Just as the aliens have started to make more and more in-person trips, they've started to drop dead more often too. Leaked footage taken somewhere deep underground in a secret facility in an undisclosed location was shared on the internet, showing an alien carcass undergoing autopsy. The physicians can be seen examining the alien from the chest all the way to its wounds and scars. Amazingly, it has a bodily feature quite similar to that of humans, especially after the black covers, which were thought to be eyes, were removed, revealing its actual eyes. Bristol anomaly.
That video?
Oh my goodness.
The fact that the oceans and seas are the best places to remain hidden, this submerged UFO was seeking attention. In December 2013, the attention of pedestrians by the Bristol Harbor caught an unknown submerged vehicle
What?
that suddenly appeared in shallow water, having a very bright light signature. Since the submerged vessel never made an appearance on the surface, its actual nature cannot be known for sure. Ghost passengers. Whether they are spirits or wandering souls, their choice of location to roam is fascinating. While waiting for his flight at an airport in Phuket, Thailand, an adventure enthusiast tourist observed shadowy figures moving along the passageway of an airplane bridge. Footage from August 23, 2017 depicts dozens of passengers passing through, despite no visible plane and the nearly deserted airport. This raises questions about the origin of the passengers. Could there have been a ghost ship nearby, or is there another explanation for these eerie phenomenon? River Beast. In a video shot a year ago in a river in Uzbekistan, a mysterious creature with huge claw-like hands, familiar to locals, was seen. Fishermen in the area have a unique deal where they provide raw chicken meat on a stick, and in exchange, the secretive river creature allows them to fish. The recorder, initially doubtful, joined the fishermen to witness this firsthand, recording the remarkable footage. Despite attempts to get a closer look, the creature slipped away, leaving the recorder amazed. The creature's mysterious behavior continues to baffle anyone who crosses paths with it. Open discussion. This picture was taken on the 16th of March 2024, when a deceased alien carcass was found frozen under the ice below the snow.
What is hidden right there? You see? Another pieces of cracked ice.
The researchers immediately dug the carcass out and were detained by the government. Professor Niku Marhusadan, who was a Cambridge scientist, was consulted to investigate the discovery. According to him, there exists another planet called K2-18b that is hidden far off in the solar system. Professor Marhusadan further shared that this alien discovered was from this planet that is 120 light-years away from the Earth. He's also reported to have discovered a vast alien life on this planet.
But there was a skull already, but this is a whole cat head with a skin.
Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.